Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Commander review for Magic the Gathering. We are in the time-shifted, time spiral set. I kind of said that backwards, but this is a set dedicated all to reprints, and so all of these commanders I've already done at least one initial primer video on. So I'm not going to focus too much on what the commander is or what the commander does, because I've already done that in the last one. This one I'm really going to focus on at least two new deck ideas for this commander to try and keep it up to date with the game's meta. So this is Jolreal Empress of Beasts, a really fun card with this very cool, somewhat expensive ability to pay 3 mana, 2 generic, 1 green, tap, and discard 2 cards to, let me read the errata text. All lands target player controls become 3/3 creatures until end of turn. They're still lands. So a very cool way to turn your board or someone else's board into a horde of creatures. In the last video, I think I had talked about wanting to do something where like you want to try and turn all of your opponent's creatures into lands so you can board wipe them. In this video, I want to focus on turning your lands into creatures so you can get benefits from that. This video, and hopefully in the future videos, I did try and make sure I was up to date on the card rulings. It looks like everything is still the same from last time when I did it, all the way back in 2004. Not my video back in 2004, but the rules haven't updated since 2004, which is nice. So the first new deck idea is turning all of your creatures, your lands, into creatures and giving them Death Touch, because Death Touch is a great way for you to get in that final bits of damage to try and go for the win there. And Death Touch is going to really make it difficult for your opponents to try and block them because they're going to lose their important creatures. So not only giving your lands Death Touch for that final blow, maybe giving them Trample as well, so that way you can assign 1 lethal point of damage to your opponent's blockers and then trample the rest of the damage to your opponent's life totals. But also filling your deck with other creatures that have Death Touch or can make Death Touch creatures, so you can have a strong defense and offense at all times. And thanks to the Avatar The Last Airbender set, we have the Earthbending mechanic, which is really cool. I just want to double check here. So I'm looking at Bossing Say. Earthbend 2. If you don't know what Earthbend is, I'll read Earthbend 2. Activate only as a sorcery. Target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste that's still a land. That's very important. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. When it dies or is exiled, return it to the battlefield tapped. So it essentially will turn your lands. Earthbending turns your existing lands into hasty creatures that have +1/+1 counters on them that are still considered lands. And that's important because Jolreal says all lands target player controls become 3/3s. So the cool thing with Earthbending is you can slowly amass this large board of your lands that are beefy, strong creatures, and then you can give them a base power and toughness of 3/3 with your commander, and they already have the +1/+1 counters on them. So with Bossing Say, you'll have a 2/2 land, but then when you activate your commander, it gives it a base power and toughness of 3/3. So it essentially turns your Bossing Say Earthbent land into a 5/5, which is really cool. Imagine doing that to all of your lands, giving them essentially +3/+3, which is really cool. Very awesome. So I'd love to see that happen with this commander. And that's going to do it for Jolreal. Very fun, very cool. I love the fact that we can now play with new cards like Avatar The Last Airbender and really take advantage of what lands are capable of and really enhance them in a fun and old school kind of way. It's also very cool to see that players are using cards and building tons of decks. So all of these commanders that I'm talking about are S tier. Everyone has different deck ideas for these commanders, and that is really cool to see. So I can't wait to hear what you guys say in the comments down below. Maybe something I missed as far as deck ideas or card synergies. And thank you guys so much for all your support. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!